Late one night, I received a message that wasn't meant for me. I almost ignored it. But that one message changed everything. The storm had been getting worse for hours. Rain tapped against my windows in uneven bursts, sometimes gentle, sometimes loud enough to drown out my thoughts. I sat curled up on my couch, my phone in one hand, and a blanket wrapped around my legs. 10% battery. The warning sat at the top of my screen. I noticed it, then ignored it. I had more important things to think about, like Noah, like the fact that after 8 years, I finally knew it was him. The problem was, I wasn't sure he was talking about me. The conversation had slowed, but neither of us seemed ready to leave. Then Noah sent a message. Sometimes people come into your life for a reason, even if they don't stay. I stared at it. Something about that sentence hurt, not because it was sad, because it felt true. Before I could stop myself, I asked, "What was she like?" The typing bubble appeared immediately, then disappeared. A few seconds later, it returned, and finally his reply arrived. She was stubborn. I laughed. That didn't narrow anything down. Another message appeared. She pretended she wasn't nervous when she was. I smiled. That sounded familiar. Then, she laughed at her own jokes before anyone else could. Okay, that one hit a little too close to home. I shifted on the couch, suddenly very aware of my own heartbeat. More messages appeared. She cared about people more than she cared about herself. She always made room for people who needed it. The funny thing is, the typing bubble appeared, then vanished, then returned. I don't think she ever realized how much she mattered. I looked away from the screen, because for some reason, that one hurt. The rain outside grew heavier. Thunder rolled somewhere in the distance, then another message appeared, and for the first time all night, I hesitated. She always wore a silver bracelet. I frowned. "You're a silver bracelet?" I sat up straighter. No, that wasn't me. At least, I didn't think it was. I searched my memory. Nothing. No silver bracelet, no favorite bracelet. Nothing. For the first time since this conversation started, doubt crept in. Maybe Noah wasn't talking about me. Maybe there was another girl, someone who looked like me, acted like me, but wasn't me. Then another message arrived. I think I fell for her the day we sat outside the gym. I froze. Outside the gym, the bench, the clouds. A faint memory stirred somewhere in the back of my mind. I remembered sitting there. I remembered looking at the sky. But that was it. Nothing important had happened. At least not that I remembered. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. Then finally I typed. "What happened that day?" The message delivered. Almost immediately, the typing bubble appeared. My heart jumped. Then it disappeared. A few seconds later, it returned. Gone again, then back. I smiled. Some things never changed. Noah always overthought everything. Eventually, the bubble vanished completely. I waited. 1 minute, 2, 3, nothing. I set my phone on the coffee table and leaned back. Maybe he was trying to find the right words. Maybe some memories were harder to explain than others. Then, ding. A new message. My heart nearly stopped. I grabbed the phone so quickly I almost dropped it. Noah had replied. I opened the conversation. My eyes immediately dropped to the newest message. But before I could read a single word, a warning appeared across the screen. 1% battery remaining. No, 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 no. I tapped the message. The screen dimmed. My stomach dropped. Come on. I tried again, and then black. The phone died. I stared at my reflection in the screen, my heart pounding. The storm outside suddenly sounded louder than ever. I jumped off the couch and rushed for the charger. Rain hammered against the windows. Thunder rattled somewhere overhead. My hands shook as I plugged the charger into the wall. Please, please, please. A bright flash lit the entire apartment. Crack. Thunder exploded so loudly it shook the glass. And then everything went dark. The lamps, the television, the hallway light, gone. Power outage. I stood frozen in the darkness. Phone dead. Power out. And somewhere inside that unread message was the answer I'd been waiting 8 years to hear.